You know the feeling, right? You ask your AI coding assistant for a hand, and what you get back is, well, a complete wild guess. It actually creates more work. It can feel like you're just rolling the dice every time. But here's the thing. What if the problem isn't the AI at all? What if it's just the setup?
And that's the real problem, isn't it? When your AI is inconsistent, it's just burning through your most valuable resource, your time. It completely shatters your focus, sneaks in these little bugs you don't find for hours, and honestly, it makes you question why you're even bothering with it in the first place.
So here's the big secret. The difference between a helpful AI and a useless one, it's not the AI, it's the setup. A powerhouse tool like Claude Code is only as smart as the environment you put it in. A little bit of work up front completely transforms it from a random number generator into like a dedicated coding partner that actually gets what you're doing.
So, in this explainer, we're going to break down the exact 4 steps to get you to that peak productivity. We'll start with the initial setup, then we'll build what I call Claude's brain for your project, get into some really smart workflows, and wrap up with the habits that make it all stick.
All right, let's kick things off with section 1, the initial setup and environment. Seriously, getting these first couple of steps right is the foundation for everything else we're going to talk about.
Okay, step 1 is a quick one-and-done global install. Just pop open your terminal and run this command. You'll need Node.js 18 or higher, by the way. But then comes step 2, and this one is a habit you have to burn into your brain. Always, and I mean always, CD into your project folder before you run Claude.
And here's exactly why that's so critical. If you run it from the wrong folder, Claude has zero context. It doesn't know what you're working on. It's completely lost. And you know, context is everything here. Starting in the right place is the first step to making it actually useful. Okay, so Claude's in the right place. Now for the really cool part, let's build its brain. This is where we give it a permanent memory for your specific project. I'm not kidding. This is the step that takes it from just some generic tool and turns it into your personal coding assistant.
And we do that with this one simple file, CLAUDE.md. Think of it as Claude's permanent memory. You just create it in your project's root folder, and before every single session, it reads this file to remember everything about your project. If you don't have one, you're basically introducing it to your code for the first time, every single time.
And the real magic here is in its structure. There are just 4 key things to put in it. First, a super brief overview of the project. Second, the full tech stack with the exact versions. Third, any coding or naming conventions you use. And finally, this one's huge, a list of files that Claude should never, ever modify.
So you're probably thinking, okay, but creating that file from scratch for a new project sounds like a bit of a drag. I get it, but don't worry, there's a shortcut for that.
Check this out. The first time you run Claude in a new project, just type /init. That's it. It'll scan your entire repo and draft that Claude.md file for you. You just need to give it a quick review, maybe tweak a few things, and boom, you've just given it a complete brain for your project in like 10 seconds. All right, we're making progress. Claude is set up in the right spot, and it's got its brain. So now, let's get into the execution. This is where we stop thinking about single, one-off prompts and start thinking in terms of powerful, smart workflows. And this right here is probably the biggest game changer. Don't just ask it to, write this function. No, give it the full execution loop. Tell it, write the code, run the tests, and then fix whatever fails. It's one single instruction that kicks off a whole cycle of work. That is how you get ridiculously fast. Now, you've got 2 main ways to do this. There's interactive mode, that's when you just run Claude, and it's perfect for those quick back and forth tasks where you're giving feedback. But for the big stuff, like a huge refactor or generating a ton of boilerplate, you want headless mode. You give it the task, it works completely in the background, and you just come back when it's all done. Pretty awesome. And if you really want to go next level, you can connect Claude directly to your live environment. We're talking databases, internal docs, private APIs, all through MCP server integrations. When you do this, Claude understands not just your code, but the world it operates in. That's when it goes from useful to, well, genuinely powerful. So we've unlocked all this power, right? Which means the next part is absolutely crucial. We need to build the right habits to steer all this power effectively and, more importantly, safely. This whole section is about making sure you stay in the driver's seat. Just take a look at this. Asking for something huge like build the auth module is a recipe for disaster. It's way too vague. Instead, you gotta break it down. Start with create the login route. Once that's done, okay, now handle session creation. See? Smaller scope means way better, way faster, and much more accurate results every single time. Okay,
But what about preventing mistakes? Even with small tasks, how do you stop the AI from, going off the rails and deleting something important? Well, it turns out you can prevent like 90% of potential mistakes with just one simple question.
And here it is. This is the golden rule. Before it does anything, just ask, "Show me your plan first." That's it. Claude will tell you exactly what it's about to do, step by step, which files it's going to touch, and you get the final say. You approve the plan before it writes a single line of code. This one little habit will save you from so many headaches.
Okay, let's wrap all this up into a simple checklist. Think of this as your 3-point pre-flight check before you start any coding session. Make this a ritual, and you'll be golden. Number 1, directory check. Are you in the right project folder? Number 2, context check. Is your Claude.md file there, and is it up to date? And number 3, scope check. Is your task small enough that you can knock it out and iterate on it quickly? If you can say yes to all 3, you are ready to go.
And there you have it. By putting in a little effort on the setup, you've turned this tool into a genuinely smart, context-aware coding partner. The foundation's all set, so now your setup is ready. The only question is, what are you going to build first?